Hey, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with a functionality proof for a Vizio mainboard that was returned to us, belonging to whatever, PW Coke P.Corley. Okay, you will see in a second. That is the board. It was serviced 2 weeks ago. Today is the 21st of February. Apparently it went out on the 5th. And this is how we got back. It says all HDMIs, come on guys, all HDMIs don't work. Side HDMI is the only one that works. I've already paid for this. I'm sending back for second time. Please call if. Now, this is the board in our testing TV. This is the usual setup, HDMI player on HDMI 1. And this is what we're getting underneath, working fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect that from here. It stopped automatically. I'm moving into HDMI 2. This is the board right off, and I'm going to switch the input. You're not going to see very clearly, but I know how to navigate it. I'm doing it with the button, so I'm going to HDMI 2. Switching to HDMI 2. And there you go. You have signal. This is the board right out of the box. We didn't do absolutely anything. And again, this time HDMI 3. HDMI 3. There you go, works fine. And HDMI 4 works fine as well. I'll spare you looking at it, but I will tell you something different. It is extremely rare for some HDMIs to work and others to not work. It would usually happen for two main reasons. Either there was a power surge through a particular HDMI, any one of those, or the ones from the one that is on the side, or this chip, which is the HDMI selector chip, was replaced because, again, usually because of a power surge, it had to be replaced, and when it was replaced, some poor solder job was done, and as a result, some of those were not soldered properly. Now, this is the original HDMI chip. I looked at it before we plugged the board in. This is not a poor soldering job. This is definitely original soldering. That was never replaced. So it could not have been a poor soldering job to begin with. And while it is theoretically possible to hit one and just have that one damaged, it is extremely rare. Usually when a power surge hits, all of those, if you look at the tracks, all of those get into that selector. It just gets busted, usually, and there is no any HDMI as a result. That could not be the only reason why you don't have any HDMI. In other words, none of the HDMIs may be functioning because the channel between this and the main processor may be bad, and this is what usually happens on those boards. However, again, the combination where you only have one HDMI port working, doesn't matter which one, would only happen if this is bad, and bad in a very uncommon way where only certain HDMI ports don't work, and again, this is very, very rare. Or this may be good after it's replaced with a good one, but the soldering job on the legs was bad, and as a result, some of those connections are missing, bad, shorted, open, and as a result, a particular port did not work. Now that board just arrived functional. This is as it is out of the box. And this is an educational video for the customer and for everyone else who cares. Thank you.